Jane and Dan aren't overweight.
Are Jane and Dan overweight?
Are
No,
Jane and Dan
Jane
overweight?
and Dan aren't overweight.
No, Jane and Dan
They're
aren't
slim.
overweight. They're slim.
Are they slim?
Are they slim?
Yes, they're slim.
Yes, they're slim.
They used to be overweight.
They used to be overweight.
Did they used to be overweight?
Did they used
Yes,
to be overweight?
they used to be overweight.
Yes, they used to be overweight.
Who used to be overweight?
Who used to be
Well,
overweight?
it's Jane and Dan.
Where is Jane and Dan?
Used to be overweight.
Jane and Dan used to be overweight.
Two years ago, Jane was overweight.
2 years ago, Jane was overweight.
2 years ago, was Jane overweight?
2 years ago,
Yes,
was
that's
Jane
correct.
overweight?
Jane was overweight.
Yes, that's right. Jane was overweight.
How overweight was Jane?
How overweight
Well,
was
Jane
Jane?
was very overweight.
Well, Jane was very overweight.
2 years ago, Anne was also overweight.
2 years ago, Anne was also overweight.
2 years ago, was Anne also overweight?
2 years
Yes,
ago, was
Anne was
Anne
also
also
overweight.
overweight? Yes, Anne was also overweight.
How overweight was Anne?
How overweight were
Well, Anne was a
Anne?
little overweight.
Well, Anne was a little overweight.
2 years ago, Jane and Anne were slim.
2 years ago, Jane and Dan were slim.
2 years ago, were Jane and Dan slim?
2 years ago, was
No,
Jane
they
and Anne
weren't
slim?
slim.
No,
They
they
were
were
actually
slim.
overweight.
They were actually overweight.
How overweight were they?
How overweight were
Well,
they?
Jane was very overweight,
Well,
and Anne
Jane
was a
was
little
very
overweight.
overweight and Anne was a little overweight.
Now, you're going to ask questions about Kate and her brother Tom. When Kate and Tom were little, they thought Santa Claus was real.
When Kate and Tom was little, they thought Santa Claus was real.
When Kate and Tom were little, did they think Santa Claus was real?
When Kate and Tom
Yes,
was
they
little,
thought Santa Claus
they
was
think
real
Santa
when they were
Claus was
little.
real? Yes, they thought Santa
They
Claus
didn't
was
think
real.
Superman was real.
They didn't think Superman was real.
Did they think Superman was real?
Did they think
No,
Superman was
they didn't
real?
think Superman was real.
No, they didn't think Superman
They
was
didn't
real.
think that man was real.
They didn't think Batman was real.
Did they think that man was real?
Did they think
No,
Batman
they
was
didn't think
real?
that man was real. They thought someone else was real.
No, they didn't think Batman was real. They thought someone
Who
else
did they
was
think
real.
was real?
Who did they think
Well, they
was
thought
real?
Santa Claus was real.
Well, they thought Santa Claus was real.
Why did they think Santa Claus was real?
Why did they think Santa Claus was
it's
real?
because their mother had told them once that Santa Claus was real, and they believed her. The little old
Well, it's because their mother had told them once that Santa Claus was real and they believed her.
Did Nick tell him that Santa wasn't real?
Did Nick?
Yes, that's what Nick told. Did they used to believe that Santa Claus was real? Yes, that's what they used to believe.
Santa Claus was real? Yes, that's what they used to believe.
When Tom was a boy, he had a friend named Nick.
When Tom was a boy, he had a friend named Nick.
When Tom was a boy, did he have a friend named Nick?
When Tom was a boy,
Yes,
did
that's
he
correct.
have a friend named Nick?
He had a friend named Nick when he was a boy.
Yes, that's correct. He had a friend
One
named
day,
Nick
Nick told him
when Tom
something
was a boy.
surprising.
One day, Nick told him something surprising.
Did Nick tell him something surprising one day?
Did Nick
Yes,
tell him
Nick told
something
him something
surprising one day?
surprising one day.
Yes, Nick told him something surprising one day.
What did Nick tell him?
What did Nick tell him?
Well, Nick told him that Santa wasn't real.
Well, Nick told him that Santa Claus wasn't real.
Did Nick tell him that Santa wasn't real?
Did Nick tell him
Yes,
Santa
that's what
Claus
Nick
wasn't
told him.
real? Yes, that's what did Nick tell him.
When Tom realized that Santa wasn't real, he was surprised and sad.
When Tom realized the Santa Claus wasn't real, he was surprised and sad.
When Tom realized that Santa wasn't real, was he surprised and sad?
When Tom realized
Yes,
the Santa
he was
Claus wasn't
surprised
real,
and sad.
was he surprised and sad? Yes,
He
he
didn't
was
feel
surprised and sad.
angry.
He didn't feel angry.
Did he feel angry?
Did he feel
No,
angry?
that's not how we felt.
No,
He didn't
that's
feel
not how
angry.
he felt. He didn't feel angry.
How did he feel?
How did he feel?
Well, he felt surprised and sad.
Well, he felt surprised and sad.
Why did he feel surprised and sad?
Why did he feel surprised and sad?
It's because before Nick told him the truth, he truly believed that Santa was real, and he loved Santa very much.
Well, it's because before Nick told him the truth, he truly believed that Santa Claus was real, and he loved him and he loved Santa very much.
When Tom got home, he did something he didn't want to do.
When Tom got home, he did something he didn't want to do.
What did Tom do when he got home?
What did
Well,
Tom
he
do
told
when
Kate
he
that
got home?
Santa didn't actually exist.
Well, he told Kate that Santa Claus didn't actually exist.
Did he tell Kate that Santa didn't actually exist?
Did he tell Kate that
Yes,
Santa
that's what
Claus
he
didn't
told her.
actually exist? Yes, that's what
He didn't tell Kate
told
that
her.
the parents were sick.
He didn't tell Kate that their parents were sick.
Did he tell Kate that the parents were sick?
Did he tell Kate that
No, that's not what he
their
told her.
parents
He
were
told her
sick?
something else.
No, that's not what he told her.
What did he tell her?
He told her something else.
Well,
What
he
did he
told her
tell
that
her?
Santa
What
didn't
did he
actually
tell her?
exist.
Well, he told her that Santa Claus didn't actually exist.
When Kate realized that Santa didn't exist, she cried.
When Kate realized that Santa Claus didn't exist, she cried.
When Kate realized that Santa didn't exist, did she cry?
When Kate realized
Yes,
that Santa
that's what
Claus
happened when she
didn't
realized
exist,
that Santa didn't
did
exist.
she cry? Yes, she
She
cried
didn't cry for just a few
when
minutes.
she realized that Santa Claus didn't exist. She didn't
Did she
cry
cry
for just a few minutes. Did she cry
No,
for
she
just a few
didn't cry
minutes?
for just a few minutes.
No, she
She
didn't
cried
cry for
much
just
longer
a few
than that.
minutes. She cried much longer than that.
How long did she cry?
How long did she
Well,
cry?
she cried for almost an hour.
Well, she cried for almost an hour.
Why did she cry for almost an hour?
Why did she cry for
It's
almost an
because he
hour?
has learned that Santa didn't actually exist.
Well, it's because he had learned that Santa Claus
Now,
didn't
you're going to
actually
ask questions
exist.
about two sisters named Grace and Emma. Grace and Emma have pets.
Grace and Emma have pets.
Do Grace and Emma have pets?
Do Grace
Yes,
and
they
Emma
have
have
pets.
pets? Yes, they have pets.
Their pets are dogs.
Their pets are dogs.
Are their pets dogs?
Are their pets
No,
dogs?
their pets aren't dogs.
No, their pets aren't dogs.
Their pets aren't cats.
Their pets aren't cats.
Are their pets cats?
Are their pets
No,
cats?
their pets aren't cats.
No, their pets aren't cats.
What kind of animals are their pets?
What kind of animal are
their
their
pets
pets?
are spiders.
Well, their pets are
They
spiders.
think their spiders are cute.
They think their spiders are cute.
Do they think their spiders are cute?
Do they think their
Yes,
spiders
they
are
think
cute?
their spiders are cute.
Yes, they think
They
their
aren't
spiders
afraid
are
of their
cute.
spiders.
They don't
Are they afraid of their spiders?
Their spiders.
No, they aren't afraid of their spiders.
They aren't afraid of their spiders. Are they afraid of their spiders? No, they aren't afraid of their spiders.
When they were young, they were afraid of spiders.
When they were young, they were afraid of spiders.
When they were young, were they afraid of spiders?
When they were young,
Yes,
were
they were
afraid of spiders?
when they were young.
Yes, they were afraid of spiders when they were
They
young.
weren't afraid of birds.
They were afraid of birds.
Were they afraid of birds?
Were they afraid of birds?
No, they weren't afraid of birds.
No, they
were
weren't
afraid
afraid
of
of
something
birds.
else.
They were afraid of something else.
What were they afraid of?
What were they afraid of?
They were afraid of spiders.
Well, they were afraid of spiders.
When they were young, they didn't think spiders were cute.
When they were young, they didn't think spiders were cute.
When they were young, did they think spiders were cute?
When they were
No,
young, did they
that's
think
not true.
spiders were
They
cute?
didn't think spiders was cute.
No, that's not true. They didn't think spiders were cute.
What did they think about spiders?
What did they think about spiders?
They thought spiders were really scary.
Well, they thought spiders were
They
really
didn't think
scary.
spiders were interesting.
Did they think spiders were interesting?
Did they think spiders were interesting? No, they didn't think spiders were interesting.
No, they didn't think spiders were interesting.
What did they think about spiders?
What did they think about spiders?
They thought spiders were really scary.
Well, they thought spiders were really scary.
Who thought spider was really scary?
Who thought spiders were really
it was
scary?
Grace and Emma. Who thought
Well,
spiders
it
were
was
really
Grace
scary?
and Emma. They were afraid of spiders.
One day, Grace and Emma watched the cartoon.
One day, Grace and Emma watched the cartoon.
Did Grace and Emma watch the cartoon one day?
Grace
Yes,
and
they
Emma
watched the
cartoon one day? Yes, they watched the cartoon one day.
The cartoon wasn't about dogs.
The cartoon wasn't about dogs.
Was the cartoon about dogs?
Was the cartoon about
No, the
dogs?
cartoon wasn't about dogs.
No, the cartoon wasn't about dogs.
The cartoon wasn't about cats.
The cartoon wasn't about cats.
Was the cartoon about cats?
Was the cartoon about
No,
cats?
it wasn't.
No, it
The cartoon
wasn't.
was about something else.
The cartoon
What was the
was
cartoon
about something else.
Well, the cartoon was about spiders.
What was the cartoon about? Well, the cartoon was about spiders.
The cartoon was funny.
The cartoon was funny. The cartoon
Was
was
the cartoon
funny. Was the cartoon funny?
Yes, the cartoon was funny.
Yes, the cartoon was funny. Funny.
How funny was the cartoon?
How funny was the
Well,
cartoon?
it was very funny.
Well, it was very
The
funny.
spiders in the cartoon weren't scary.
The spiders in the cartoon were scary.
Were the spiders in the cartoon scary? No, they
Were
weren't
the
scary
spiders
at
in the
all.
cartoon scary?
The spiders in
No.
the cartoon were cute.
Spiders in the cartoon were.
Were the spiders in the cartoon cute?
Were the
Yes,
spiders in
they
the
were
cartoon cute? Yes, they were cute.
Before they watched the cartoon, they were afraid of spiders.
Before they watched the cartoon, they were afraid of spiders.
Before they watched the cartoon, were they afraid of spiders?
Before they
Yes,
watched the
that's
cartoon,
correct.
were they afraid of
Before they
spiders?
watched the cartoon,
Yes, that's
they were
correct.
afraid of spiders.
Before they watched the cartoon, they were
After they
afraid of
watched the
spiders.
cartoon, something interesting happened.
After they watched the cartoon, something
What happened after they
interesting
watched the
happened.
cartoon? No.
What happened after they watched
the
the cartoon?
their fear of spiders was completely gone.
Well, after they watched the cartoon,
After
their
they
fear of
watched the
spiders
cartoon,
were completely
they weren't
gone.
afraid of spiders anymore.
After they watched the cartoon, they weren't afraid of
After they watched the
spiders
cartoon,
anymore.
were they still afraid of spiders?
After they watched the cartoon, were they afraid of? Were they still afraid of spiders? No. After they watched the cartoon, they weren't afraid of spiders anymore.